Hello Aquarius, my name is Kaylee, welcome to my channel. This is Arcana Star. Today, I have a magpie nest and the babies are cute, but they won't shut up. They just won't shut up. I have to apologize before getting into this. My mood and my energy levels are quite low today. However, I made a commitment to finish this, to finish all 12 Zodiac before the end of the month. So I'm gonna do that. This month I'm doing a 12 card spread, 2 oracle cards, and an Elder Futhark. Excuse me, can I record now please? Please? Thank you. Aquarius. If you are Aquarius rising, you have a full moon lunar eclipse in your 12th house. Woo! Alright, so you've got health and blame. So you have this full moon lunar eclipse on the 4th or 5th, depending on where you are exactly. Wow, these really link together perfectly. Blame says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. There's no one on this planet that you can blame for crappy health other than yourself. Even your parents. Because ultimately, as adults, we're responsible for ourselves. So you may have been set up to fail, but that doesn't mean that you can't make changes now. Health is, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Just trying to read it backwards on the camera, it's really hard. So, blame and health. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Speaking of health. Alright, Aquarius. I love Aquarius. I feel a kinship with Aquarius. I thought for a long time that my moon was in Aquarius. It was actually a lie. It's a long story. Whoa! Okay. Since 3 came out, I'm putting them back until I get just 1 as the starting card. Just threw a bunch of cards at me again. Okay, I'll start with this. So you got the King of Swords. Hey, that's you! It's 2 Deacons Aquarius, 1 Deacon of Capricorn. Almost forgot. King of Swords. I actually feel like this represents Lord Saturn, I'm not even gonna lie. Because right there, he has a sickle in his hand, which is the original symbol for Saturn. It's just an upside down sickle. Anyway, and traditionally, Saturn ruled both Capricorn and Aquarius. Uranus, we didn't know about Uranus until modern times. So anyway, alright, King of Swords. At his highest, he is the humanitarian. He is an organized, leader who leads by example. He works hard. He has an established kingdom. All of the little cherubs have pentacles, either wands or on their forehead, and it really just it indicates a worldly, earthly kingdom, right? Yeah, which is great. So he's high intelligence. He has got sharp wit. At his worst, though, at lower vibrations, he can be backstabbing, definitely corrupt, manipulative, isolating. But I don't feel like that's you. You probably wouldn't be watching a tarot video on YouTube if you were like that. So anyway, it's crossed by the Emperor. Hell yeah. This shows that you're really stepping into your own masculine energy. Whether you are female, male, trans, queer, two-spirit, does not matter. Energy is energy, right? And the masculine spirit, the masculine energy is all about action and moving forward in not necessarily aggressive way, but in assertive ways. And that's the Emperor. So this is the card of Aries, and the Emperor is very driven to move forward. He's receiving guidance from the divine, thus the balls coming down to him. He's receiving guidance, and he knows which way he needs to go, and he's taking it. He's doing it. He's going for it. So that is a pretty positive start, Aquarius. I like it. Let's see where this goes. Oh, shit. Okay. Wow. Oh my god, that's a lot of major arcana. Okay. So, at the bottom, we actually have the Six of Cups. So, the Six of Cups is Scorpio, illuminated by the sun. It's the Lord of Pleasure. It shows that we're in a period of abundance, and we're thoroughly enjoying ourselves. Sometimes this is considered like the soulmates card, where, you know, you're really feeling that love, that really deep, intimate relationship, but it's not toxic yet? Question mark. All right. So, moving forward, the goal or outcome is the Five of Cups. That's why I said ouch. Technically, it came out reversed, but how the cards come out really is more dependent on your energy as the viewer and less on mine as the reader. So, the Five of Cups is loss and pleasure. It's Scorpio still, but it's Mars in Scorpio. So, the Five of Cups indicates that flow is not happening. As you can see, the pentagram is pointing down, so this happens. The pentagram is pointed up when we are taking energy and offering it back up to source. The pentagram is pointed down when we are taking energy from source and pulling it into ourselves and only ourselves. That is what you would consider dark magic. So the Five of Cups, you're not able to see all of the abundance that is actually there, and the things that you do have or that you have had have made it so you're just not getting the same amount of pleasure from it as you were. In the far past, you have the Two of Cups. So I'm going to assume that this was filling your cups. This was really nurturing and beautiful for you. Any card ruled by Venus usually indicates relationships of some kind, but not always romantic relationships. Don't get caught up in that. Venus also rules our family relationships, our friendships. Venus also rules anything that we nurture ourselves with, so money, finances, career, that kind of thing. Cancer is obviously very nurturing, so you usually assume it's a love card. I mean, it's called the Lord of Love, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. But I don't have enough cards to confirm or deny that, so it's hard to say. So, you were feeling a lot of love. In the recent past, you've gone into hermit mode, though. This is a card of Virgo. ruled by Mercury. And the Hermit is kind of a very magical figure, actually. Hermit mode is when you go introspective and you really take serious time to look within and consider what it is that you are going to offer to the universe. It's really cool on this card. He's got a big old egg right there. That's supposed to be like a cosmic egg. So complete undiluted potential. Right, he's got a shaft of wheat, and I think he's got another thing. Yeah, the shaft of wheat, oh yes, and I forget what that is supposed to be, but they're all potential energy waiting to be sprouted at the right time. So Aquarius, I know you do this. You definitely have a tendency to isolate yourselves, which is not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's necessary to... Hey, mister, can I record, please? I know you're cute. Cheep, cheep, mommy, I'm hungry. Sorry, Aquarius. Okay, so it's not always a bad thing. Shield yourself from unwanted energies, unwanted influences, that kind of thing. And like, you can be in your own zone, come out and help people out of the goodness of your heart, and go back to your own zone, and that's totally fine. But the point is that eventually you do come out and give forth what it is you've been working on, or use your humanitarian values in some way. And your future influences the Hierophant. This is a card of Taurus. That's awesome. These are two very different energies. The Hermit is going introspective and you're not sharing. The Hierophant is leading by example and demonstrating the knowledge that he's been given by the Almighty, Source, Universe, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty cool. You'll also notice the pentagram's pointed up. So the Magus is, yeah, he's also supported by Universe in what he does, because he's giving a clear and precise message, as I struggle to find precise words. But the Hierophant doesn't need confirmation. He already knows. He doesn't need a ton of other people to tell him what's up, because he already has that connection with spirit and he does it on his own. By the way, there's a lot of, like, this feels like a lot of intense energy, Aquarius. Whew. Alright, so where you are currently, wow, that's cool. The Lord of Victory, 6 of Wands. This is a card of Leo. It is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is almost always beneficial. It means that currently, right now, you're sitting pretty. You faced some stuff in the past, maybe, that bothered you, and you're doing just fine right now. You've definitely overcome some trials. I mean, the Emperor doesn't get to be the Emperor unless he's gone through some stuff, unless he has conquered his own inner demons, unless he has built his own empire. And you never do something perfectly the first time. It doesn't happen that way. You usually have to screw it up a few times and learn lessons, and then you're able to do it successfully, right? So you've definitely learned some lessons. In your environment, you have the Ace of Swords. I have a feeling this is known to you, Aquarius. This is an idea, an inspiration, something to do with your mental faculties. This is the conception of the energy of air. You got an idea, and you're gonna go with it, I hope. It looks like it anyway. Yeah, you definitely received this while you were in hermit mode, for sure. That is for sure. Your inner emotions. Wow, yes, the Chariot. There's a lot of major arcana on the board right now, okay? We have, so far, the only court cards, the King of Swords, you, crossed by the Emperor, hell yeah. Future influence, the Hierophant, hopefully that's you, leading by example and kicking ass and taking names, a Hermit, and now the Chariot. Damn. The Chariot's pretty cool. This is Hermes. You may know him as Mercury. And these two sphinxes represent opposite energies, yin and yang, more or less. So the Chariot moves forward triumphantly and victoriously while balancing those two forces. If he allows one side to pull more than the other, he'll spin in his chariot and he's not going to go anywhere. So, inside, you're balancing. Oh, it's also, it's Cancer too, right? So Cancer is all about nurturing. So you're definitely nurturing yourself inside while taking care of stuff on the outside, and that is really beautiful. Final card, Final Destination. Is Justice. There's so much freaking major arcana, I can't even right now. Holy crap. Okay, so you will have justice. You will have balance. I was just talking about yin and yang. Literally, the last card. There it is. Yin, yang. Saturn, Venus. Restriction, gifts. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Seems like you're on a very great track, Aquarius. You're doing amazing. There's the only like negative thing about this spread is the loss in pleasure that is in your near potential future. And the only thing with that I would say is there's absolutely no one to blame outside of yourself. You must seek that from inside, right? But it really looks like you are doing that, so that's pretty excellent. Yeah, the other thing I would say is take hold of this ace and run with it. Do it. You have... One of my favorite readers likes to say you have 48 hours to act on this or the universe takes it away. You will be victorious, though, if you take it, I feel. New opportunity. The fairies say go for it. Okay. Thank you, Aquarius. This is actually a really beautiful read. I really needed something like this. Yeah. I personally am facing some health issues in my family. So it was tough to decide to sit down and do this reading, but I knew that I needed to, and I'm really glad that I did. Okay, so the rune that I pulled, every now and again I'll take one out and I'll walk with it for the day. So I took this rune out and walked with it and then lost it. So I actually had to replace it with a different stone that I would know was the same one, and I haven't carved the rune onto it yet, but this is meant to represent Thurisaz. Thurisaz being the hammer. Let me draw it for you. Thor's hammer. Hammer. Yeah, buddy, we know you're hammered. Marble is awesome. Thank you, Marble. Yeah, trying to make it dark enough so the camera will pick it up. Okay, perfect. So that's Thurisaz. Doesn't really look like a hammer, I know, but it is. Alright, so Thurisaz. Thurisaz is Thor's hammer, right? Just think of the properties of a hammer and you got a general idea. Thor is all about justice. Thor is all about taking action to get things done. Thor very much carries an emperor, a just emperor type of energy, which is, I think that's so beautiful. The other thing about Thursaz is that it also stands for thorn. So there could be a thorn in your side, but really I feel it's more about taking action, especially with your Hermit card here. Try to move past this Hermit stage so that you can get to this Hierophant stage, because this is where you'll really shine, by taking action and using these ideas that you've got, continuing to nurture yourself and balance and on the inside. You will achieve justice. Awesome. Alright, Aquarius, that was your reading. I just got like some really major chills. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next month. Peace out.